angels above you, baby. Hug me, baby. I'ma make you love me, baby. Talk.
Anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Against the Ropes podcast. This is episode 30.
30. Damn, the big 3-0.
I'm Gio Garcia. I'm alongside Christian Mosqueda and Christian Rodriguez. What's good today?
Man. Pretty good, man. It feels, you never look forward to that 30, but this time around, you're like, all right.
They always say it goes downhill, right?
Right.
After 30.
Yeah. Nah, it's good. 30. Did you guys think we'd be here? 30 episodes in?
Never thought about it.
Yeah. To me, I was like, we thought it was gonna be like what, every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm ready for episode 100.
dang.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah. Gotcha. But yeah, let's get things started, Gio.
Let's go. What do we want to start with, man? We got Lomachenko Crolla coming up. We got Clarissa Shields Hammer coming up. We talked a little bit about some stuff last week.
Mm-hmm.
Some developments.
We also got Wrestlemania.
WrestleMania?
I actually watched it. It was good.
When was this?
This was on Sunday.
Dude,
Sunday.
I was out.
Yeah.
Good stuff? Good show?
It was good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I haven't watched wrestling in years, but I watched this one and it was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? When I came
Um,
back from LA, this is the shit that I was thinking about as soon as I landed.
Oh, dang. He said home, so was WrestleMania held in his hometown?
No, this was like a long
I
time
don't
ago.
know. It's
Oh, okay,
random
okay.
as fuck, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
who Kurt Angle retired last match.
supposedly.
Oh, well, he's been in the game for like a long time. I kind of see it.
He looks old.
Yeah.
The last time I saw him wrestle was probably like a couple years ago, and I thought he looked old then.
Yeah.
So shit.
Yeah, he looks old. He looks like he can't move.
Oh.
He lost. He lost to some guy who looks like a bartender. I swear, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
god.
gonna insert that picture because I'm gonna have to search for his name because I don't even know his name. But he looks like a
Man.
bartender.
Yeah.
He looks like he works for Coro, dude.
Oh.
He dresses like that. Shout out to Gut.
What's his name? I was gonna say what's his name, Alexis, but but good is good
That was
too.
some bald white guy. I don't know.
I don't know about these wrestlers, man. Sometimes I'm just like, it's not like it used to be. Like,
It's
who's your
not.
favorite? Like, who's your top five?
Top five
favorite
wrestlers?
Yeah.
Obviously, The Rock. That's
Right.
like
People's
The-
eyebrow. You know how to
The
do
Rock
the
is like
eyebrow?
the
You know how to do the people's
I
eyebrow?
can, man.
I do. I know how to do it.
Yeah, I don't do it with my left.
You know, we had like a 30-minute combo on the Wolfpack podcast about
Yeah?
this.
Oh.
Yeah, people were about to throw chairs and tables.
Oh,
It got
TLC?
intense.
Damn.
It
got-
got intense.
We gotta link that up. So yeah, The Rock. Obviously, The Rock is like the La Olla of fucking
Most entertaining.
Yeah, he's like-
entertaining.
most entertaining, the most
Wrestler.
electrifying man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Rock, obviously, and I obviously
Stone Cold.
Stone
Stone
Cold.
Cold.
Stone Cold's up there. I would put in John Cena too.
You like John Cena?
John Cena. Well, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, growing up, yeah.
He
high
came
school.
out. He came out. Was it during WrestleMania? I think yeah.
Yeah, he
But
came out.
He came out like old school,
Yeah.
like the first John Cena.
Thugonomics?
The,
Dr. Thugonomics.
he was
Oh,
wearing the
he the
chain.
rapper?
He was wearing like the chain.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Why are we talking about wrestling, bro?
Guys.
Come on, man.
Okay, The Undertaker.
Undertaker.
He's up there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to say, it's between Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. Cause
Goldberg is my favorright of all time.
Goldberg. He's probably like the most dominant
Even
one.
though he
right?
can't wrestle, but you know,
All he needs is a spear, and that's it.
on the Wolfpack can't even say it now.
Podcast.
Wolfpack podcast. There you go.
Yeah, it took
Can't
a while.
even say the name anymore. But I compared him to Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like he would win his fights in 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and that's all it took.
Wasn't he like on a 360 something win
Yeah,
streak? Yeah. This guy
supposedly.
was a beast.
There was a guy on the prelims who lost like 286 fights.
Damn.
I'm like, how's this guy wrestling?
The check,
and
man.
he won. It was like a tag team match.
And I thought Funaki was bad.
Oh, but yeah, I gotta say
Funaki.
that. Damn. Remember Farouk?
That's when you know wrestlers.
Yeah, but the main event for the first time was an all-women event. It was Ronda Rousey,
Okay.
Ric Flair's daughter, and some other girl who they call the Man. Don't ask me why, because I don't know, but
That's her name, though, man.
that's her nickname.
Damn.
I don't know her name, but it was cool.
Yeah, damn. That sounds like a good show. A lot of superstars coming
The
back.
Hardys are back.
The
Hardy
Hardys,
Boys.
Damn.
They were in the little Royal Rumble or
Yeah.
Battle Royal, whatever they call it.
The question is, did the Dudleys come back? Those guys, man.
Oh, I didn't see them.
3D.
3D.
Yeah.
When
Devon.
they bring Generation X back, oh man, that's gonna be crazy.
They got inducted into the Hall of Fame
Okay.
this year as DX. So
DX. Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah. I feel like those guys influence a bunch of bad kids, man.
Yeah.
Dude, like the
That's
whole,
three right
the
here.
whole-
It's right here.
man, those guys.
That's why, like,
a bunch of rebels, man.
You know what gets me wrong with wrestling these days? Sometimes I hear people chanting, "This is awesome." Back then, we never had a chant like that because we were so used to seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, really
You
inappropriate
know what I
shit,
mean?
man.
We used to see blood, people flying from
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell, all that
They
type
still
of stuff.
say "you suck" for Kurt Angle.
yeah, that-
Yeah.
yeah,
Dun,
yeah.
dun,
That's yeah.
Dun,
dun, dun.
Who started that? Was it
I
Stone
think
Cold?
Stone
or-
Cold. Yeah, I think it was Stone, Cold.
man.
But there somebody had a sign that said "You never sucked, Kurt Angle."
Aw.
I know that was cute.
Um,
You never really sucked.
Yeah, no, Kurt was always like overall like
what was your favorite finisher move?
probably the F5. Hell yeah. F5.
You ever did it on somebody?
Heck yes. A lot. On my brother. F5, dude. That's
Damn.
probably the coolest one to me.
I like the Goldberg spear.
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 Yeah.
That shit was
That
brutal.
shit was lethal.
You know, he actually tore La Parca's ACL or something
Oh, yeah?
when they were in WCW.
Damn.
He messed him up so bad that he messed up his knee.
That's just crazy. Yeah.
He couldn't wrestle. That's like Goldberg.
Yeah. Because we play football, right?
Yeah.
So that was.
Sean Porter.
Oh yeah. The chin check.
No, I'm just saying because he used
Oh,
to play football.
I was gonna say his finisher move was.
Shawn Michaels. Shawn
Shawn
Michaels
Michaels,
was
like
he was
Sweet
a
Chin music.
ringside commentator
Oh,
for
okay.
a couple fights,
Dope.
and then Triple H fought against Batista. Dude, I know. I'm gonna stop talking about this.
Damn. Fuck, I missed a great show.
Yeah, it was cool. They were trying to bring it back.
They
Yeah.
picked. Yeah.
Randy Orton fought. It was cool.
Yeah, I don't like Randy. I met him at Six Flags.
For real?
I kicked out. I was like, oh my god, let me take
What
a-"
happened?
This one I was like 17.
Did he do
Okay.
the RKO out of nowhere?
I was like, can we take a picture?
Slytherin.
So it was him, Mr. Kennedy, and
Wow.
Santino Morella. And Santino's buff as fuck. Yeah, a little sock. It was buff as fuck. And so him, Mr. Kennedy, super cool, super nice. Man, Randy was a dick. This guy's like,
Come on, dude. He was probably like this
He's
on
like,
your ass.
nah, he was like, oh, another fucking annoying fan. And he just looked
Wow.
up when he took the picture. I was like, dick.
He looks like that
Damn.
kind of
Yeah.
privileged kid.
Oh yeah, he was born into like wrestling royalty, right? But yeah, I was like, this guy's a good bad guy, man. Because now I hate him more. I tuned in to see him lose like after that. But yeah,
Yeah, also on that podcast we discussed like all the physical, pain that these guys go through. Because if you
Yeah.
think boxing is difficult, dude, these guys are fighting the next day in Raw,
yeah,
Monday Night Raw,
Yeah.
and you can't fake when you get slammed on the ring or hit on the head. Like you can't fake that.
yeah,
And then 24 hours later, you're doing another show, and then in a week, you
Yeah.
travel again and do another show.
yeah. They're like
in a
doing
week, you're gonna do the same thing.
every week. They're wrestling
Show
new
goes
cities,
on.
man. Yeah, show goes on.
Crazy.
Yeah, takes a lot of discipline. Yeah, things are scripted, but like like you said, when injuries happen, like that shit, we can't.
When you
Can't fake
die,
that.
your job gets posted the next day.
But yeah,
You can't fake flying off the top rope
yeah.
into the announcer's table.
Shaman, man, he really like killed it on that, man. Like he took it to another level,
Yeah.
flying from one place to another.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to
Yeah.
think that Matt Hardy and the Hardy Boys would be something on like when they jump, but Shaman, man, he'll fly from anywhere. Like
Shane O'Mac.
He actually
Yeah.
won his fight. He fought against The
He-
Miz.
Okay.
and it was like a no rules match.
See, what the hell is that, dude? The Miz, dude.
The Miz.
Come
Hey, I got a
on,
little
man.
respect. I have a little respect for that guy because he
Oh my
wasn't he in that like contender type.
Yeah, he won that WWE whatever they call it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah, it's like the contender show.
yeah. And he won. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, wasn't he like the sub champion or something like that?
I have no idea.
And some other guy was like, I think they offered like, do you want a contract, not as much money, or do you want like the big payout? And the other guy took the payout, and Miz like, hell no, he's like, I want the job.
My favorite belt in wrestling has always been the hardcore belt, just because you always get
The
table
hardcore,
slammers
yeah.
and chairs and all that. Good
What
stuff.
about that one belt where like you could be challenged like anytime?
I should. Oh, that's the money in
Money.
the bank
Yeah.
thing. Dude, I have my belt at home. My
Should've brought it.
WWE.
Should have brought it.
Should have brought it. Yeah. And
I was thinking about it, but
wrestling is huge everywhere. I'm sure a bunch of our UK fans saw that.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's not how it used to be though.
this one was in New
It's
York
Hmm.
at Life Stadium.
Damn.
It was
Yeah.
cool, but that was wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Let's start with Lomachenko, dude, on this boxing shit.
Lomachenko.
Vasily Lomachenko against Anthony Crolla.
Crolla.
Staples Center, Friday, April 12th. It's gonna be on Staples Center or pay-per-view, right? ESPN Plus.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't pay for ESPN Plus, get the free trial. And it's gonna start at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, local time.
Yeah, we're gonna be there though.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Shit.
there. Let us know if you see us. If you're listening to this and if you see us, holler.
Tickets are cheap. Like the cheapest one is $25.
They went down.
There's some for like 25.
Where
Like
at
in
though?
the second row. You know how when you watch the Lakers?
200?
Yeah, I want to say like because it's not the top. It's like the middle one.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like 25. It's not bad.
Oh damn! What seats did we get? Closer than that?
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know the story behind Anthony Crolla?
I was gonna get into that, so let me get into Anthony Crolla because I wrote a bunch of shit down. Anthony Crolla is from
Story time.
UK.
Manchester,
Mm.
England.
Mm.
He is a Manchester United fan. Fan.
Bang.
He's a Manchester United fan. Unfortunately,
Dang.
his record is 34-6-3 as a professional, 13 knockouts. So he has 13 knockouts in 43 fights. His height is listed as 5 feet 8.5 inches.
Okay, good size.
Taller than Lomachenko, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's 32 years old. He was born in 1986. He once upon a time he held the WBA lightweight title after beating the Colombiano Darles Perez in 2015 at the Manchester Arena.
Hmm.
Yep. He actually fought him once and then they tied.
Mm-hmm.
So he fought him again and beat him. Right. He defended it once, and after that he lost it to Jorge Linares from Venezuela.
Yeah.
Same place, Manchester Arena.
Hmm. Dang, Linares went to his hometown to beat him? Okay.
Yeah. And Linares beat him twice actually
In Manchester? Or?
in Manchester.
Dang, okay.
So this guy fights most of his fights in Manchester. He fought one time in the U.S. That was against Juan Montiel at the MGM Grand.
Hmm.
He was on the undercard of Floyd Mayweather against Victor Ortiz.
Ah.
That was 2011.
Man.
He won by split decision.
I was at the movie theaters when I saw that fight.
Yeah, I probably saw him fight then. Yeah.
You watched that at your place, remember?
Yeah, at my uncle's spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool, but disappointing.
Disappointing, man. Yeah.
Boy, you want to get into that?
You guys want to get into
What'd you see there, dude?
Man, that was just
Sucker punch?
Sucker punch, bro. It was a sucker punch. Of course. Sucker punch. And everybody was so pissed off that it ended that way, right? Because we were waiting. We were hoping to get 12 rounds. Hoping to get 12 rounds, and then something like that happens. You're just like, what the?
So who would you blame it on the most out of everybody who participated? Out of the three people?
Out of the three people,
in that ring.
Ortiz for going soft. That's like,
I mean, you saw the face-off before, right?
yeah.
You remember what Floyd Mayweather said?
You make a mistake, you're gonna pay. Yeah. Man, that was all Ortiz because
I blame the referee. Was it Joe Cortez?
Yeah,
He wasn't even looking.
he wasn't,
I
man.
blame everybody except Floyd Mayweather.
Dang, like to me, like they all have, some
That's
some
fine.
fault. Even Floyd, because that's
Yeah.
fucking cowardly to do.
No,
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
you
in
can
a way.
seriously hurt your opponent
Yeah.
by doing that. And it wasn't even one punch. It was 2 punches.
Yeah, I get what your point. You're like,
Mhm.
no, it's not on you. Like you have to protect yourself at all times. I get that. That is true. That's why most of that is I blame Victor Ortiz.
Yeah.
and then,
But still, like,
but
That's
keep in mind,
sportsmanship, dude.
yeah,
in
If
sportsmanship,
you don't care about sportsmanship, then obviously you're like, yeah, fuck him up. But
but
Yeah.
Ortiz didn't care about that though, because what he did to Floyd Mayweather before that. Do you remember?
he
he
didn't
headbutted him.
land, though.
But come on, man.
Yeah.
What was your intentions?
Yeah, he headbutted him. That's
But-
why I'm saying
but
all
he's
the.
protecting
so
himself.
there was a number of
Floyd is
things.
protecting himself.
There's a bunch of things that made
Ortiz
Mayweather.
wasn't protecting himself, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'll punch him once, but like, yeah, wake up, bitch.
Yeah.
But twice.
Yeah, to me, like the thing is, like he got punched one, like that first time, and instead of getting mad and like doing
Yeah.
something about it, he looked over
Yeah.
like
Like, what are you doing?
kind of he had a soft moment again right there
Mhm.
when he looked over and you're like you try to look for like,
I blame him for trying to say sorry. Like, you already
Oh,
did
yeah.
it. Fuck it. Keep fighting, dude.
yeah,
You're the bad guy now in the fight.
yeah,
Embrace it. He tried to go over there and kiss him and hug him, and boom.
yeah. Once is enough. Not why would you go like a second time to apologize? That's
And Joe Cortez was looking outside. Next thing you know, Ortiz is on the ground. So he's like,
Yeah.
I guess I have to count.
yeah, yeah. Everything happens super quick, split seconds, and then, yeah, that's experience for you, fucking Mayweather taking advantage of that and.
Fight was whack.
Yeah, obviously Mayweather was outclassing him the second, third round, but it seemed like Ortiz had that energy and
Yeah, a little
that
bit.
fire, the
Yeah.
same way Maidana showed that
Maidana,
fire
Yeah.
Mhm.
to make it interesting. I'm not saying he was gonna win, but it would have been a very interesting, rest of that fight. But yeah, Ortiz was never the same after that. Mm-mm.
He used to have some good fights back
Yeah.
in the day.
Yeah,
It's one of those things like when you're in that type of fight and you make that type of money, you don't want to go down low. You don't want to underpay yourself, right?
yeah.
And
I'm telling you, that's the Mayweather effect where you get paid so much money, where you're like, damn, I gotta train like, how many more fights he even makes some kind of money close to that? It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, Ortiz did have some great fights against Andre Berto.
Yeah. The
Damn.
second one wasn't very good, but the first one.
The first one,
mhm.
dang. Well, that's what happens when you get two guys in their primes with like great camps.
Yeah, no.
And,
This one boxing was good, dude.
yeah.
You know why? Because you obviously had the stars, right?
Yeah.
But then you had these guys under who would fight on regular HBO and give good
HBO.
fights, dude. That 140 division
Oh yeah.
it was good, man. He says we're all trying to make a name for themselves, and they were very good fights.
Yeah. This is when they were not afraid to lose their O.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Undefeated fighters fighting undefeated fighters,
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got fireworks.
and then PBC came in. But yeah, going back to Crolla, 2014. Did you hear about this?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh
Mm-mm.
shit.
Let me know. Ooh,
This is where it happened.
I'm all ears,
Uh,
man.
He was hospitalized for a while, and he didn't fight for like a year or so.
A year.
So he suffered a fracture to his skull, and he suffered a broken ankle after attempting to stop a burglary at a neighbor's
Mm.
house.
That's crazy.
So he put his career in jeopardy, basically. Reportedly, the burglars dropped a concrete slab
Yeah,
on his head
like a big one.
and ankle
Yeah.
while they're trying to make a run for it.
What the fuck?
He had one of them, and then the other one came back. Whoop. In his head, fractured.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he was supposed to get a title shot, and obviously that didn't happen because of this injury. And
Damn.
then supposedly he was getting a lot of support, like from obviously the UK people and Manchester United,
Mm-hmm.
specifically Sir Alex Ferguson, Wayne Rooney,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I mean he's very popular apparently in
Yeah.
Manchester.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so that happened. So since then, supposedly he doesn't do much running, which is interesting, right? Look at your face right now.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
He doesn't
I
do
think
much.
he has a metal plate in his ankle.
Uh-huh.
So he swims. He has a exercise bike,
Mm-hmm.
does yoga and stuff like that to stay in shape.
Yeah.
So he can't run from Loma.
Fuck. That's tough, man. Like you're going up against the pound for pound best. and there's limits already. Shoot, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's crazy, and he does have 6 losses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he won his first 8 fights and took a loss, and he's won his last 3 fights, all by unanimous decision. So, and he has 13 KOs in 43 fights. So,
Yeah, and kudos
Not
to
too
Eddie
much
Hearn,
power.
dude.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn, he's the one who made this fight happen. Because the only reason why this fight happens is because Lomachenko, if he didn't took this fight, then the WBA belt would have been vacated.
Yeah.
So, you know, Lomachenko wants to get undisputed and all the politics. So
So he has to
nobody
do it.
wanted this fight. And you can see it in Lomachenko's face. He's not that much interested in taking this fight, just
Yeah.
keeping his belt.
And that makes sense. When we went to his workout, he was
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
I don't believe that.
I'm just saying that you can tell when somebody's highly motivated and when they're just motivated. And when they're just,
You can read the energy.
yeah, like Mikey with Spence. Mikey was highly motivated for that particular assignment.
I would believe that like from a B class fighter, but not from
Not from Loma.
the number one.
Okay,
I
so-
think that's what differentiates these guys. You know,
Okay.
like they rarely have these slip ups. Right? He only has 1 loss. Canelo only has 1 loss. You know, fighting top opposition. I think I'm more interested in seeing his shoulder injury. See how that holds
Yeah.
up. But yeah.
We'll see what happens, but dang. The cards are stacked against Crolla, so we'll see if we can make it interesting.
He's actually from Italian descent, Crolla. That's why the last name.
Crolla, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It does sound
But
Italiano.
he's from Manchester, man.
Yeah.
You know, Manchester actually lost today. Manchester United to Barcelona.
Oh, yeah?
1-0.
1-0, right? Goal.
Champions League.
Whose goal was it?
It was like an own goal.
Okay.
Suarez headed it, and it bounced off a defender. Kinda. It was
Mhm.
kinda going toward goal, but I think they gave it an own goal.
And so this was at Man U, right?
Yeah, at Old Trafford.
That's
so,
not so now they got to go and win by 2?
yeah, Barcelona.
You never know.
By 2, yeah, by 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's tough.
And then the other Manchester also lost to Tottenham.
Mm.
And Tottenham's new stadium.
Yeah.
So they got a new stadium.
That's a sound goal, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy because I
Did
was
you
just
see
I didn't see the goal, but I saw that he was having he made waves because he was talking about how foreigners had to be respected because there's a lot of racism and stuff.
In
And
the
he's one of
UK?
the and that's always been a thing in the UK, racism here and
Yeah.
there.
Well, Anthony
Yeah.
was talking about it, right?
Yeah.
He was telling us that when he crosses the street, somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you see that more toward people of African descent. I
Yeah.
wouldn't think people of Asian
Yeah,
descent,
you wouldn't-
unless like it's like Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
No, but that happened with Luis Suarez too, a lot.
Mhm.
Oh,
A
well, they
lot
don't
of
like Latins.
his-
over there.
yeah, a lot. Not just
Yeah.
African Americans, but
I mean, it happens to all
Africans. I mean,
It happens to foreigners, but obviously there's certain groups that get it
Yeah.
more than others.
Mhm.
But I think
They
what's-
hate South Americans in
Yeah,
football, at least in football.
in football. Oh yeah.
Oh, but they like to buy for them, right? It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, they do hate South Americans a lot, especially Argentinos because of that
Yeah.
this political dispute back in the day. We won't get
Yeah.
into that, but
Back in the day.
but yeah, respect to Song for just bringing that to light, and then obviously he responds with the goal with the big win. It just shows you like how important foreigners are to this league.
They make that league. Dude.
Exactly. So man,
Mhm.
yeah, come on, peeps. I get it. Passion is very high by the UK fans. You guys have told me stories of when you went to the UK, right? How passionate they are.
Yeah. But there's being passionate and then taking it to a
Another-
whole nother level that has nothing to do with sports.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, same thing with boxing, right? We talk about that. That you could root for your fighter, you could be passionate, back him up, but just when you cross that line, we're just like
That's why nothing like that ended up happening with Spence and Garcia.
I think it's also the way that fight went about. It was just a boxing match. It was like very
There was nothing more to it.
yeah. It was like if there was like
It was just business. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
there was
business.
no like marinating,
Yeah,
right? No
like
beef outside.
there was no like I was gonna say there's no fireworks after like there was no Teofimo tactics.
And they're
You
both nice, dude. It's not
Yeah.
like they're trash
Yeah.
talkers.
Yeah. Because imagine if one would have gone a knockout and then like he gets on him and does like this big theatrics. Oh yeah, that would have stirred a lot of people. But
Mhm.
yeah, like you said, these guys are classy.
You mentioned Teofimo. That guy's annoying me.
Is he?
Fucking kids.
Hey,
Well, I'm not surprised because of
careful.
his dad.
Mm-hmm. You were telling me about a video, right? Earlier.
Yes.
Do
This
you want?
was like
No, and let's not talk
couple
about
couple
gossip
of
shit.
years ago regarding Ryan Garcia and Rolly. You seen that video before? Because
Yeah.
if you
I
hate
don't know.
if you hate Lopez,
I
you will
don't
hate
care.
him for this for sure.
Well, it was just a video where him and Rolly,
When they were talking trash too.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
Ryan, right?
But
Yeah,
it's
and
not. It's
wasn't
not.
it the dad encouraging them? To?
Yeah. Do you,
of course. I'm
you-
not surprised.
you remember what the dad said?
Starts at home.
So
I- Don't say it. I don't care.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
See, he knows.
No, I don't even know. I don't care. I don't listen to certain people when they speak.
He doesn't. He doesn't listen to the Angel Garcias of the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, he's
I
almost
lose
back.
brain cells.
He's almost back next week. We're talking about Angel Garcia next week.
Oh, someone's birthday's coming up next week.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is it next week?
Karma.
Oh, yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
Dang. You ready to celebrate your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a beautiful day, right? So Gio's gonna be somewhere outside, and he's walking by these sports bars, right? And you're gonna hear Omaha, Omaha, right? Omaha, Omaha.
Yeah, I don't think they'll play those at bars, dude.
You're gonna be, you know,
They only play those in Omaha bars.
yeah. I know, right? But you know, this is perfect,
I'm
right?
just gonna do
Chris?
like 5,000 buys. I can
Yeah.
already see it.
You know, I like this whole thing regarding Terrence Crawford has made me laugh since the beginning we did this podcast.
Mm.
Because like we had this date set for March 23, and
Then it got
then
pushed,
and
yeah.
I didn't know Gio's birthday until like a couple of months
How
ago.
do you not know Gio's birthday?
I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm going there. So then Chris was like, "Hey, your birthday's on April 20, right?" And I just started laughing. I just had my head down,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's when I texted you, dude. Hey, I think Crawford's date just got changed to April 20.
There you did.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
like last year or 2 years ago. Danny also fought on my birthday.
Damn.
Yeah, I always get the bad fights.
Damn.
I think who else? I think Canelo fought Trout on my birthday one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I never watch them.
Yeah.
I never watch the fights on my birthday.
Danny's like, man, I gotta fight for my fans.
And
That's
here
my date.
too, here
Yeah.
at this fucking StubHub Center.
StubHub.
That's gonna be a good fight too.
That's good. Is that a good boxing day? 420? Like everybody's at
It's
home
a
chilling.
holiday, man.
Right? Everybody's at their like at home watching, chilling on the couch. They're like, hey, what's on TV? Oh, there's some fights.
There's a lot of fight
Yeah,
that day.
there's-
Fox, ESPN, The Zone
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, that date is always popping.
But anything more regarding Lomachenko and Crolla?
Well, you guys want to do your predictions?
Undercard. Can you look up the undercard? We talked about it last week a little
Mhm.
bit, but
Yeah.
I want to see every single one who's on there.
So doors open at 4:30 and the fights on ESPN Plus start at 5 p.m. But then the main event starts during the 3 undercard fights.
Mm-hmm.
So you had said, how many rounds did you give Crolla?
I didn't give him too many.
You said
And I-
4?
I said like 5.
Damn.
Five?
And now, and like looking back, I was like, man, maybe I was being too. But now it's like with the.
I can see it though.
I see it now. 5 rounds.
I had said 8. I'm gonna stick with it, but I can see 6 through 8. Any of
Ah.
those rounds.
What the? Okay, we are.
Who do we have? So Zurdo's gonna be the co-main event, right?
So this coming event.
At 175, his debut. At that weight class.
I'm just gonna look him up.
Looking at Wednesday.
Silly. Here we go.
Click on the yeah.
So yeah, Vasily Lomachenko Crolla, the main event, co-main event, as Zurdo Ramirez taking on Tommy Karpensi. And we talked about Karpensi, right? He's like one of those guys that he's come up short with those in fights, but he's fought a
But he's
bunch
been
of
there.
He's been there. He's been there
Experience.
with names. So this is a good test for Zurdo at 175, testing the waters, trying to see how how his power comes up or not.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by that fight.
Yeah,
He
So-
just
I'll see what
recently
happens.
proposed last week.
he did. Yeah, I saw that. Cute moment, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy because you see him at the gym, so you're like, okay, cool, you know this guy, so
Mhm.
it's a little bit more personable. Same with Adams. We talked to him on the phone. You're like, okay, he's a nice guy. Like that's cool. So, yeah, he got a W. Then he's trying to get another one this week. So what are your predictions, Gio? You said for that fight
For which one?
for Zurdo?
I want to see him get a knockout.
Yeah.
It's 12 rounds, right?
Yep.
10 rounds.
10 rounds. 10 rounds.
It's not a title fight.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the same thing. 8.
Mm-hmm.
Say 8 rounds.
8 rounds.
I want to see him get a knockout.
Go with decision.
Decision. I think it's gonna be a decision as well. Yeah,
I
Carpentier.
want to say there's a knockout, but just too many questions.
Yeah, we never saw Zurdo with that power 168, and I don't see it, carrying to a higher division.
I want to see him.
I would like to see it. If it does, it's gonna be like by TKO. Like it's gonna be a barrage of punches where the ref has to come in and like stop it. But I don't think he's knocking him out. If he does, I'd be surprised, and props to him if he does it. Yeah, because he does need a statement. Because Kovalev is. There's talks that him and Yarde. It's close to coming to fruition, and it might be in Russia. So yeah, Zurdo Ramirez. Wishing him the best. Again, it's gonna be a good test against Tommy Karpency, who's lost to champion now Gosdick and to former titleist Adonis Stevenson. So that's a good fight.
And what is his record once again?
His record is 29-6-1.
Not bad.
Not bad. Similar to Crolla's there.
Yeah, because who has been the name for Ramirez that's been like...
Who's been his biggest name?
Yeah.
In his...
Because I can't even think of
Yeah,
one.
honestly, we can't
Because
think.
Jesse Hart has been the rematch, but can you look that up?
Yeah, there's no
names at 168.
At that time, no.
He fought an over the hill Arthur Abraham. He beat him.
Yeah. There you go.
That's
that was a long time ago, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see like a notable name as well in here.
So yeah, that's why I'm like that.
And I know Gio goes off on a lot of people when they get highly rated, but if they don't have big names, it's like how well can they really be until they face those names.
If he was American, he'll be top 10 pound for pound.
Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, after this one, hopefully we see him with some big names. Yeah, he is 27, so he is approaching his prime.
39-0.
How old is he?
27.
Oh, wow.
39-0, 25 knockouts. Good number of knockouts. It's just, they haven't come lately. It seems like a lot of his he hasn't gotten a knockout since 2014. So that tells you something.
Against who?
Against Fulgencio Zuniga.
Yeah.
And he's 27-9, so he's been knocked out a lot too. So that's that. So the other card, Arnold Barbosa Jr. taking on Mark Alvarado. That one's a good test of a veteran versus
Yeah.
You know what that fight's gonna happen? Where you have Alvarado makes the type of fight where you have a game plan, but we're gonna throw that shit away. We're just gonna squabble inside.
Yeah. So we've seen Arnold Barbosa fight before, and one of the biggest things that they said about him, he has skills. He moves well in the ring. He uses body shots and all that, but he doesn't have a high knockout percentage.
He doesn't.
And so, with guys with bigger punches, they might just, absorb that punch and just roll right through it. So
he's a lightweight. Am I correct?
He is welterweight.
Welterweight.
Yeah.
Welterweight.
But I think he's coming up from 140. A lot of his fights have been at 140.
This fight against Alvarado, what division is it in?
Welterweight, yeah. But he was a super lightweight in his previous match. So he's coming up. And this is the guy that he used to be a football player. We saw pictures of him. He was like 200 plus.
Oh, that was him?
That was him. That was the guy. That side picture? Big guy. Man.
Should be a good fight.
Yeah, I think that's
Mike,
going to steal the show.
We'll see what's next for Mike, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised. I was surprised he was still fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's won his last 4 fights.
He's won a lot. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Since
5,
coming back.
6.
Yeah.
6 wins.
Yeah.
And his losses came up against good names. Marquez,
Rios,
Ruslan
Twice
Provanica.
Rios. Yeah, Ruslan.
That's when Brandon was Bam Bam.
That was when Brandon.
That's the Brandon we love to see fight. But yeah, man. That's crazy how now Brandon's down, and then Soto's got a big opportunity against one of
That's sad.
one of
dude.
Gio's favorite fighters.
Just let those fighters go.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, Bam had he had a good. He left us some good fights, man. Good memories, but
At 140.
at 140,
140 used to be pretty good
yeah,
10 years ago.
right, dude. Yes, yeah. I think 140 is kind of like where you see everybody shine, and then like at the welterweight, it's when you
Yeah.
realize who really was. Yeah,
Too bad we never got to see the fight.
the fight.
We mentioned the other one
Aw, for
earlier.
real. Man, yeah, that fight should have come right after they both fought the biggest names in boxing. I think that was like that moment
Yeah.
when Brandon fought Manny and Victor fought Mayweather. That would have been like their biggest money
Yeah.
after that, and then they could have like just
Call it a day.
called it a
dude.
day, man. Like shit.
Get a
let's-
trilogy. Why not?
yeah, trilogy, and after that, let's go get
Do
a
it in
beer together.
Kansas.
Yep. Man, you would think this is a business. We can make it work. I know. I know we dislike each other. We hate each other, but it's money at the end of the day.
I think it was one of those things where they hate each other so
So
much,
much.
that
Yeah.
they didn't want to lose to each other.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like it's gonna.
It's the Americana effect.
Yeah, but it's worse because it's. I want to say it's a little bit worse coming from a Hispanic-based fighters where like
Yeah.
pride is so damn important. Machismo is so like big that
Yeah.
knowing that you have that loss to that guy, and you gotta remember that for the rest of your life. And
Yeah.
Trilogy, dude. I'm telling
dude,
you.
trilogy,
Fuck
man.
Yeah.
Trilogy, third fight, let that boxing
4
podcast-
fights. Fucking Pacquiao fought Marquez 4 times.
for real.
Yeah, they could do it at the parking lot. I told you.
Man, that would have been good just because their styles too would have been perfect foils for each other. Yeah, I could see like Victor being the boxer puncher, getting those hits, but then the pressure of Rio's coming, man.
Yeah. Who?
And I see
What was I gonna
I see
ask? I
Bam Bam
forgot.
laughing, smiling, taking those punches. Oh man.
Who do you
Got
blame
whacked.
it on more that fight didn't happen?
There's no way of telling, but just by knowing what kind of fighters they are, I think Bam Bam really wanted it.
And you know what?
He's that type.
That type of fight, there's nothing regarding politics that's getting in the way.
right, because they had.
It's just pure hate.
Yeah,
Player haters.
yeah,
I would have blamed it more on Ortiz.
yeah.
'Cause he started doing movies
Yeah.
and he was
Mhm.
outside. Like he retired, quote unquote, for
Yeah.
so many times, and then he would come back and then leave again for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like against Berto, he was supposedly not gonna come back, and then came back against Berto, got knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah, Bam is the type of guy that he'll take the fight. All those
Yeah.
videos that you see him in everything, like, yeah, I want that. I'll play, you know.
He'll laugh at you when
he'll laugh at you.
when you
He's
punch him.
Yeah, he was like, he's like kind of like a I don't know. He was like a Rolly. We're like, yeah, I'll fight that guy. I
Yeah,
don't
so
give
imagine Brandon Rios with Robert in his corner,
a-
Victor Ortiz
Jesus.
with Danny Garcia in his corner.
That is
the
like
brother. Oh,
24/7,
God,
man.
dude.
That thing sells itself. Jeez, come on,
That would have
man.
been a fight.
And it just, like you said, trilogy. That would have, whoever won that fight would have had another shot at another big fight just because of all the publicity it would have gotten.
And it's funny too, because one
crazy.
fighter fought Pacquiao and the other one fought
About
Floyd
Mayweather,
Mayweather.
yeah. And these guys grew up together, right? So imagine them thinking like, oh, we're gonna fight,
Kansas City.
right? You seen that video when they're like little homies? And then Bam's like,
I think I've seen that. That must have been such a long time ago.
yeah, man, that's a loss for them.
Fight that never happened.
That's the fight that never happened.
Hey, y'all can still make it happen.
Hey, we could, honestly. We talked about being matchmakers. Just tag them both. Be like, hey, what's up?
I can still do it, man.
We can still do it. Hey, if Mayweather and Pacquiao fought like 5-6 years late, why can't y'all?
And they could fight again.
And that's the type of fight where they have styles that people are gonna love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said this message a lot. Like Ortiz in particular was one of those fighters that people kept giving a chance. God knows why. Because he would quit like time after time.
Charismatic.
But people, I remember that last fight with Berto. We went. Dude, I was still.
Did you go
rooting
to
for
that
him.
fight?
Yeah, I went to that fight.
I watched it on TV.
Yeah, I was still rooting for him. I was like, come on, Ortiz, like you could come back, man. Like, but nope.
He had a broken jaw, right?
Took a knee.
He dropped Berto, and then he got. Yeah, this was after the whole Cecito. No, but he took time
Nah,
off.
he didn't have a broken jaw.
Not anymore. That's why he went into all that whole acting, right, to recover.
He just didn't get up.
He just didn't get up, and it was like early,
Yeah.
like 4th round, right? So I'm
Yeah,
like,
something
come
like that.
on. Like you could forgive him if like it happens late. You've given everything.
Yeah, he's tired.
You're tired. You get it, but like when when it's early, I get it. It's a tough. It's a hard punch. I get it. I'm not a, you know, but still.
And there was bad blood between them, right?
Yeah.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Berto got caught with some shit, right?
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
think
yeah,
Ortiz made some comments like, "Oh, he only beat me because he was probably on something."
Mm-hmm.
And then, so you're expecting him to go out and fight,
Yeah.
right? And then that happened. So
Yeah. And Ortiz actually dropped him earlier in that fight, so you
Yep.
would think like get on him, finish him. And maybe he didn't because of the first fight, which was freaking excellent. That 6th round where they both knocked each other down, and obviously he didn't want to go for the kill because you're open for that counter. But
Yep.
man, he should have just gone on him, man. He's already hurt. But that was his last, guess you can say like the last time he had the people.
it's here at the Stuff Up Center. huh?
Yeah.
Home Depot.
Home Depot. It was one of those. That was one of those first fights where like it was like the 3rd fight in because of it had to
Yeah,
be,
I remember there was still sunlight. It still looked
Yeah,
weird.
I'm like it's too soon, man. Like not even buzzed yet. But no, it's good.
we
good
will be
fight.
on Friday. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So what else do we have on that card? What's our predictions first of all for that fight?
For Barbosa,
Yeah.
It's 10 rounds, right?
10 rounds. The question is, does Mike still have the punch?
Does he still have it? Because how old is he? 37?
Oh yeah, he's
38?
38.
And Mike has been active too. I think he's fought like 3 times last year,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Most recent in December. Am I right?
Yeah. He's fought twice in 2018.
When was the last time he fought?
That says it's a revamp out. October.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was done after he caught a case. Didn't he go to jail for a little
Did
bit?
he?
And then he
Outside-
came back.
Outside the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a technical knockout, probably like an 8.
By Alvarado. I think his experience is too much.
No, Barbosa.
By Barbosa.
Yeah.
Really?
How many knockouts does he have?
So
Alvarado? Okay, he's
No,
got Barbosa. Okay.
Barbosa.
he only has 7.
Yeah, Alvarado has 28. Barbosa only. Oh, crap. We'll see.
I just think this type of fight is gonna bring both styles.
So Mike, his last fights, they've gone to
the distance.
the distance, right? I think he could last. I'll say decision for Barboza, only because I don't think Mike has it in the tank anymore.
Mm.
I don't think he's gonna have it at 38 years old.
Yeah, 20s. Only 7 knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds
And
me of
that's in
another
the lighter
fighter.
divisions too.
Yeah. If Barboza wins, it's gonna be by decision. Yeah, and if Mile High wins,
I
it
think
has
Mike
to be
gets
knockout. I don't think he
knocked
can
out.
last.
I think he's.
Oh yeah, if he gets knocked out.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah, I mean Barbosa does have skills. He's a good boxer, but yeah, I'm gonna say Barbosa decision as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, man. So decision. You said Mile High.
No, technical knockout.
Technical knockout by
for
Barbosa.
in the 8.
I say decision.
Decision. Okay. So dang, we're counting Mile High out.
Yeah.
If he proves us wrong, we'll call him and
Yeah,
we'll yeah.
Yeah, that's Friday.
That's Friday.
Tune into ESPN Plus if you don't go to Staples Center. If you don't pay for that, get that free trial, 7-day. NBA playoffs are coming up, so
Damn.
that'll be a good time to get your trial, your free trial.
Yeah.
It's only $4.99 if you want to pay for that monthly payment.
Yeah, you guys want to get into the other fights,
Which one?
the women's fights?
All right, let's get into it because we're watching the.
Oh yeah, the All
they still
Access.
call it All Access.
Mhm.
So we're watching the episodes, right? We watched 1 and 2.
Yep.
And last week you asked me if I was excited about this
Yeah.
fight, and I said no.
Mhm.
As of now, I'm a little more intrigued,
Yeah.
right? Because of the stuff that I saw. I still think they got to build it up more because the undercard
yeah.
is not very good.
Mhm.
But I'll probably watch it if I'm not doing anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That All Access.
So
one
what'd
did
you
help.
take from that All Access? Because we
Man.
talked about it.
I mean, I like the trash talking. I like that Shields is over here, building that confidence, telling her that she's gonna knock her
Real
out.
confidence or fake confidence?
that's
In question.
yeah, it's in question, just because we've seen it before, right? But yeah, I like the cool collected Hammer. She's calm, cool. We'll see if this is where we gotta see if that boxing, you know, the boxing experience that she has, is it superior to the Olympic, you know, experience that Clarissa Shields has. It seems like Clarissa thinks she's gonna like mull her over, but you know, it's the Christina Hammer does have a good jab, and so she does have some good boxing skills. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens.
Do you remember who Layla Ali was? A lot of people criticize her. Why didn't she fight this specific fighter? There was another woman at the time.
I've heard of the name. Can you tell us again?
This is why I feel people should watch this fight. A lot of people criticize Layla Ali because she didn't fight Ann Wolf.
Ann Wolf, okay, that's true.
If you were to pick between one of them, who do you think would have probably won that fight?
Between Ann Wolf and Layla Ali?
Yeah.
See, Layla Ali was like the I guess you could say she was like the best boxer, but Ann Wolf was like the monster that was coming. So in a way, I don't obviously this is reaching in comparison, but it was kind of like the Ali versus the Tyson. It's kind of like in a sense. So it's like you never know because
I'm always intrigued by your comparisons.
Right?
Like when you're about to compare someone, I'm like,
who's it about to
hear
say?
this.
I'm waiting for the answer.
So
I'm waiting for the answer.
Ann Wolf's a beast, man.
Right.
Ann Wolf was a beast.
Because I'm going with Ann Wolf too.
Yeah, it seemed like.
And that was the fight that we all wanted in women's boxing.
So it's a little kind of like this one in a way.
That's the thing. Like in this fight, we didn't have to wait that much for a middleweight title bout, you know?
Yeah.
And it's funny too because on the other side of the men's, there's going to be an undisputed championship. This one, we're finally going to have one name, one face, one belt, right? Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a knockout, but I think it's going to go decision.
For the women's?
I think Shields is going to get it. Want me to tell you something? And who do you guys think have the betting odds right now? Between who do you think has?
Well, I seen him. So
You seen him?
I seen him.
Gio?
Let's ask Gio.
Yeah, let's ask Jim.
Who do you think is the betting favorite?
I have no idea about women's boxing. Don't ask me.
So, but who do you have though?
I think Christina Hammer.
All right, so
I always root for the boxer,
Yeah,
right? In every
okay.
fight. Obviously, like I've never seen these women fight, but just from what I saw, she has more boxing skills.
you want to tell Gio the odds?
So the odds, I think she's like 4-1,
Yeah.
close to that 3-1.
To win?
Minus
Shields?
400.
Shields.
Shields.
Yeah, so
She's
that's
American.
yeah. But to me, before I see the odds, I was like, before I even look at the odds, because once the odds come, they kind of influence you. I was like, I want to see highlights of both of them, but there wasn't a lot that you can see. I don't know if you guys gone online. I tried to look for some. There's not a whole lot, so it kind of shows you like, you know, what the hell, like you gotta. But I couldn't find a lot, and so I was like, okay, the few that I saw, I was like, she's a pretty good boxer. She has a good jab, you know. It's the Clarissa Shields, you know, more aggressive. You know, she kind of like wears her opponent down with power.
She can get careless.
But
though,
she could get
at times.
careless. That's what I noticed. She could get careless, and so yeah. But then again, Hammer doesn't have the best chin, or she doesn't have like the best. She doesn't take it well. If it lands, like she feels it. So
She has a good nose.
so it's yeah. Like if one overpowers it or the other one like outboxes, like I'd be like, okay, this one's the better one. But yeah, until we see it, yeah. But yeah. If you ask me who I'm picking,
Which I am.
I would probably say Shields because I hear a lot of she's really calling herself the greatest. She's really calling herself this, and like so she really does. She's like shooting for like that spot, that greatest woman ever spot.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. You gotta really believe in yourself to even reach
Say
that
that.
high. So
But she has it in her box, raw jacket, gold. But no, I mean the thing is like there's only like 4 women I could think off my head that could be considered pound for pound. Shields, Cecilia, Amanda, Katie Taylor, but the good thing is that like Serrano, she reminds me of Mikey Garcia because Serrano, she has won 7 belts in 7 different divisions, just like Mikey pound for pound. And like Shields, the only thing I could think of for her to be considered pound for pound is the fact that she has 2 gold medals, right?
Yeah.
And she's going to be undisputed. But for Lady Hammer, she only has 1 belt, right? And Christina has been trying to challenge her since she came from her pro debut.
Yeah. So she was trying to like catch her early and
Trying to catch fate for a long time.
yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, Hammer is more calm and collected, coolly, but that's very European, Eastern European.
Yeah.
And I see Shields with a lot of confidence. Like she's
Yeah.
she wants to you could tell she really
She's
wants
been
to knock her
wanting
out. Hammer has more of a move like stick and move style, so she's gonna be moving a lot. So we'll see who.
She's taller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way taller.
yeah. So I know Gio's favoring her, I guess, because of the
I
boxing.
couldn't care less who wins.
Yeah.
What? It should be. It's Eastern time, huh? Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Be at like 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in
I might watch
mind.
it.
Keep in mind 2-minute rounds, 10 rounds.
Yeah. That's good. That's good because stamina wise.
You have to watch them less.
I'm not gonna comment.
You just get more action in those rounds because
It's only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's good.
If
I sit for 20 minutes.
yeah. I mean, because dude, 3 minutes is a long time, man. My hands would drop after the first minute. I'm like, what? But yeah, hopefully we get a lot of good action.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's gonna be some a lot of movement from one fighter, and the other one's gonna try to cut that ring off and make her fight. So
We're gonna see a knockout.
you think we're gonna see a knockout?
We're gonna see a
Yeah?
knockout.
Man, if we see a knockout,
We're gonna see a knockout.
damn, I'll be happy.
Mm.
I don't care who gets knocked out. I'll be
We're gonna
happy.
knockout.
I want to see some knockdowns and somebody
Yeah.
get up. That's what I want to see, the heart of a
Yeah.
champion in these. Yeah. I don't really care who wins. I just want to see some heart.
I am concerned for Shields though if she gets caught because she's
For who?
been dropped. Shields.
She's been dropped. I don't
She's
think she's
been
been
dropped.
hurt.
She hasn't been hurt, but she's been dropped, and I feel like Lady Hammer has a. She does feel. Looks
Because Clarissa has been dropped, but she didn't look as shook.
Wobbly in
And
the end.
you
Yeah.
seen when Hammer got hit in the back and
Mhm.
she was. I mean,
she,
obviously, I know,
yeah.
I know it's a back hit.
That should
but
have been
she
a
was-
loss, dude. That was corruption, dude.
Yeah, right. So you want to explain to Gio just real quick what?
No, just we'll show him the video because he might get
What
mad at this.
What happened?
So
Go
there,
ahead.
Head
Go ahead.
punch?
okay, so there was a fight with
He
Christina.
may not want to watch women's boxing after this, but go ahead.
So there was a fight with Christina Lady Hammer. What was the name of the opponent?
I don't
can
know.
remember. But so the opponent throws punches. Look like good punches that
Yeah,
land.
it did
But the last one hits behind the head ish.
supposedly.
Yeah, and so that one, she's really
Disqualified.
Christina Hammer's really woozy
Dazed.
and dazed and almost
She's
out of it.
done.
And so they kind of stopped the fight, but
They stopped the fight.
there was it takes some time for the officials to
Yeah.
regroup, judges and everything, and it turns out that the opponent got disqualified because of a blow to the back of the head,
Which it wasn't, dude.
which it was to the side,
And I seen worse.
and it was close, but yeah,
Yeah.
So
like you
after
said,
they
I've seen
reviewed it, they came to the conclusion
that it was a
she-
DQ.
Hmm.
When it seemed like it was a combination of good blows
Yeah.
that landed, and then one that was maybe on the gray side. But if it was just a gray side punch, then I kind of get it. But there's other punches that clearly land. So yeah. So it. And
I've
this-
seen worse in men's boxing.
Yeah.
When Triple G hit Lemieux when he was already
Oh yeah.
took
No.
a knee, that's a disqualification right there.
That could have been.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that could have been.
It should have, but
We're
obviously
just-
politics is not going to allow it.
No,
but
we're
Yeah.
just saying that this is not. This should have not been disqualified. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, and it kind of shows obviously the favoritism because the other fighter was
Yeah, and I believe
Obviously
they were
not-
fighting in Hammer's place.
Hammer's place. Okay, that makes sense because la otra muchacha looked
No.
like she was just
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
No.
I'll just say she looked like she was a journey woman.
Mm-hmm.
She just came for the
Damn.
check. She wasn't supposed to win.
Mhm.
She probably didn't know.
She
when
got
they-
more than what she collected that day.
Yeah, But man, that would have been technically that was her knockout. That journey woman, that was
Yeah.
her moment, and they
It was her
took
moment.
it. They took it.
They took it.
Hopefully they la recompensaron bien because man,
Yeah.
that's messed up. But
Yep.
yeah, to me that was telling okay, how well can she take a punch? If she took it from this one, Clarissa, she was a bigger puncher, more skilled, gold medals, Olympic pedigree. So yeah, well we'll see though.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. But I want if I see knockdowns, I want to see them get up. I don't want to see them just that's it. I'm done.
I mean, sometimes when I watch women's boxing, the referees kind of get more involved.
Mhm.
So pay attention to that. See how, if one gets hurt, if they want to stop the fight.
Yeah.
I do notice that when I see women's boxing. So careful with
Yeah.
that.
And again, it's a different ball game for women boxers than male boxers, just because they are putting their life on hold. They have other goals outside of boxing, and you never know. Sometimes this might be like the high, and they might just want to just call it a career. We never know. So
Yeah, you know what, dude? Like, when you were trying to ask me for a top 10 pound for pound list, I wanted to put the women in there. Because the other guys are so bad to me. I'm just like, I want to put the women. But, I mean, I think they should be in it. Because it's boxing at the end of the day.
right, yeah,
Right?
hey, I respect that.
But, whatever. What do I know?
Hey, that 9th and 10th spot, we never know. So if whoever becomes this undisputed, you want to put him in there? Okay.
Shit. Don't tell me
Shields
no.
for you.
Yeah. All right. So
So that's Saturday, April 13th, the day after Lomachenko and Crolla. Live from Showtime. Starts at 5 Eastern, I believe. Something like that. If you're interested and want to tune in. Clarissa Shields versus Christina Hammer.
yeah, drop your predictions, guys. All right, this should go up by Friday.
Yeah, this should be big for women's
So
boxing.
yeah.
There's 2 other events as well too.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell us?
No, you go on.
No, go for it.
No, Jaime Munguia,
Oh, Munguia versus
Dennis Hogan,
Dennis Hogan.
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan,
Hulk Hogan.
WrestleMania.
Monterrey. All right, The Zone.
Yes.
April 13th. I might just watch that.
Yeah.
Should have
It's
reminded
like,
me.
now that you just told me, I'm gonna see that one instead. Hogan.
I'll probably watch these the next day, Sunday.
Yeah. Let me see. Hogan's.
Oh, I already said. I talked about this in the podcast regarding Dennis Hogan. So when you look at his record, you'll be surprised to try to find a name, and you'll find out that in this fight against Munguia, he's getting paid $350,000 to fight Munguia.
Hogan.
Yeah,
Hogan's.
28-1, one draw.
Try to look at the name that you could see, if you know anybody.
And his record.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see one or you?
I don't.
I don't
That's
see
my
anybody.
point.
Yeah. It's a good payday though.
It's a good zone. payday.
34 years old, bro. That's a good
Yeah.
payday, man.
Good way to go out.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's cashing in.
Yeah, he only has 7 knockouts. Not a lot of
How
power.
many times did he get knocked out? No, huh?
He's never been knocked out.
We'll see, man.
He's an experienced veteran. Yeah, that's a tall order fighting somebody with the name behind Munguia in Monterrey.
Yeah, I don't like to, when you say carry, I don't like to use those words, but I think there's going to be a good example of that. If
You think
Munguia
so?
finds out early that he can
Oh.
hurt him.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think Munguia's a tattooana. He's the type of guy that wants to live in
I
exclamation
think
point.
just fighting in Mexico, dude.
Oh,
'Cause-
okay, I get you. You don't want to end it early. You want to
Yeah.
get people
I mean,
roused.
Julio Cesar Chavez talked about that when he fought in Estadio Azteca.
Azteca? Oh,
He basically had to carry this guy.
yeah.
He's like, con
Dang.
todo lo que pegaba, se quería caer. So he's like, he stopped throwing like for 2 minutes. If you watch that fight, he didn't throw after the first
Aw.
knockdown in the first round.
Yeah.
He's just doing this.
Bum, bum.
And yeah,
Can you look at Munguia's record?
Yeah. So Munguia is 32-0, 26 knockouts.
How many fights has he had already in 154?
At 154, super welter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You think he stays after this?
So he's with Golden, right? Golden Boy. Who do they have at 154?
They don't have anybody. And I think that's part of the reasons why
He already
Brandon
said he's
Adams
moving up like soon. So.
Yeah.
ended up not going with his own because there's nobody at 154. He says his natural body's at 154.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this would be a good scenario to announce. Officially making the move up.
Yeah,
Like,
they've
in front
already
of
been
people.
talking about it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen this year. It's gonna happen next year.
yeah. He's young though, 22.
Yeah,
man. He's
Yeah,
22
he's
years
too
old.
young.
Yeah, he's no rush to move. I mean, he's getting popular. I mean, I don't want to say that, but they could just keep bringing like
If
other
he,
154 pounders, maybe not names, but
yeah, if he does end up staying,
Still gonna rack up the wins.
yeah,
He already has 32.
yeah.
yeah, if he does end up staying, the name that's going to be thrown out is the winner between Soto and Vargas.
Please no.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that makes
That's
sense.
that's what they're saying. Yeah.
Dude, what if he did that to Ali? Like, what's gonna do to the
says
Yeah.
the
winner?
winner of Jesse
Yeah.
Vargas and Soto. Like if,
Yeah.
like if there's gonna be a question about who's gonna win that fight.
Yeah, I know, right? No, but that's the matchmaking they're doing.
That's
Damn.
sad,
If
dude.
Soto wins, God, Jesus, man. Like,
That's not the Soto we knew
Right.
from 2001.
Yeah,
that's what,
Imagine if Soto beats
Dude,
Vargas and then
Imagine.
goes to Mexico.
We've seen
and
crazier
beats
shit,
Munguia.
but like,
Damn, you talk about Tyson Fury
How do you go
comeback.
beating Brandon to shocking Vargas to getting a shot, dude. That's a good way to win.
It's like you ever
Vargas,
seen?
It's like you peak at 38.
yeah.
No,
Jesse Vargas, he actually made an appearance on Beat the Count
he did.
this
Yeah,
past Sunday. I haven't watched it yet, but I will watch it.
yeah.
But shout out to Sean.
Shout out,
Beat the
Sean.
count.
Damn, a lot of legends there.
Man. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have another fight, Quillen, Kid Chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Against Mr. Truax.
Who you picking in that fight?
You go ahead.
For me, I just think I think Truax is he's a veteran. He's got
Yeah.
experience, but I just think he's on that path that Darrell is at, where they're just like up there trying to cash out a little bit. I just don't see them with the same drive that you had when you're like in your prime, and so that's I think obviously Quillen has had a few minor setbacks, but I think this is a good opponent for him to
Come back.
come back. Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it.
He's not gonna watch it.
It's Fox. Dude.
Yeah.
Have it as a draw.
The draw. To
Mhm.
me, I want to watch this because Anthony Sims Jr. talked about
Mr. Truax.
Truax about almost getting that fight. So I'm just
You want to talk about him? Because I was really interested what he said before this event happened on the event that he had.
what did refresh me.
Okay, so we were telling Anthony who was his names of his opponents, and
Mhm.
there's two names that we were shocked to know that rejected to fight Anthony Sims.
Are we allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about
Yeah.
it.
Save it for later.
We'll save it for later.
Yeah, we
Which-
gotta get consent from
shocking.
him because we
Yeah.
do know some shit, but
Yeah, we don't.
Shocking.
But yeah, it was shocking the names that he did tell us. It is.
And what does that tell you about that circumstance that Anthony is in?
It tells you that they do respect his skills and they know that he's an up and coming young fighter. And if they lose to this up and coming young fighter, where do they
Yeah.
go from there?
Right.
well, Anthony's high risk, probably low reward for anybody
Yeah.
who fights him. So what's the
Yeah.
point?
Yeah, so they understand that. They know the game, they know the business, they know what can
Mhm.
happen if they.
Big time.
Yeah, so
Have you told Gio this news?
he heard that. Did you?
I don't know.
Okay, so
We'll text it to you.
can you talk about the opponent that he's fighting?
Yeah,
Can
so
you-
let me look this up.
So believe it or not, they ended up finding an opponent. Just
April
3 weeks.
26th, live from the forum,
3 weeks,
live
right?
from the zone.
Yeah, so he is fighting Vaughn Alexander, who is the
Brother of Devin Alexander.
Devon Alexander.
Type of shit, man. God damn it, man. He's fighting Vaughn Alexander. Vaughn Alexander's 14-2 with 9 knockouts. How old is he? 33?
Mm-hmm.
He's from St. Louis, Missouri. Like you guys said, he's the older brother of
Mr.
Devin Alexander, who was a champion at 140 or 147. Where did he win?
7 titles.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It has.
great. Right, that was his nickname. Well, this guy's nickname is the Animal. Right, he is 33 years old and he only has 16 fights with 9 knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so he was actually promoted by Don King back in the day
Vaughn? Dang.
when he was 5-0.
Dang,
And
so
then
they
he
had
got
that in common.
incarcerated.
So it's the battle of the Don Kings fighters.
The ones that escaped them?
Yeah, the
I mean,
ones
he
that
took a different
escaped.
route from Anthony.
Yeah.
He took a different route because he was actually incarcerated for 11 years.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
So
Outside the ropes.
that
and
one.
So, yeah, that's why he's 33 years old and he only has 16 fights because he recently made a comeback.
Oh, man.
How many rounds is this fight?
I think in 2016 he made 10 rounds. Should be 10, right?
Should be 10. Yeah.
He made a comeback in 2016.
Can you confirm it? Is it 10?
10 rounds, yeah.
Okay.
He actually made his debut on the Corey Spinks against Sab Judah fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he trained with Corey Spinks and
That's crazy.
Alexander, his brother. So yeah, he was in jail for 11 years. Didn't fight, obviously. Maybe in jail he did. I don't know. But
I did.
You never know.
Yeah, you got to stay active.
Yeah. You have to. Mike Tyson did.
yeah, he's fought twice already in this year, 2019,
Mm-hmm.
Twice.
and he's won both.
Yeah.
Well, one by unanimous and one by knockout.
Was the most recent one knockout?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, dude, this is no easy walk in the park.
Yeah.
This is being contested at super middleweight, 168. So like this
Yeah,
got punch, man.
I think when he came out of doing time, I think he was trying to fight at 160.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting now, 168. He's a pretty tall guy, right? He's like 5'11", around there.
Yeah.
So that should be a good test, man, for
That's a good
Anthony
test.
Sims Jr., the animal.
The animal.
Yeah.
On Alexander.
Yeah, no, this is a good test. And you kind of want to see him being tested at this point, right?
Yeah.
You want to see him like, you know, because he is talking about a title, and if you're talking about a title, you gotta have. If you don't have the names, you at least want those guys that you know they're gonna
Fight.
take you,
Fight.
that are gonna make you fight, and they're gonna give you rounds. More than anything, give you rounds. And so, Sims I don't think he's ever gone all 12, so like he needs to get some rounds in, so to get that experience.
I think this is a good fight for him. He's fighting in LA, in Inglewood, the Forum. He's gonna have a lot of people there in the arena, and I think this is gonna be a good test, man.
Yeah, dude, like what you just mentioned, like he was in jail. This is gonna be one of those fights. Like, okay, this is my chance. This is
Yeah.
my chance to
And
make
he's
a
been
statement.
active since he came out, so
You know?
he's, he just followed up. Obviously, it's an 11-year gap,
Mm-hmm.
but still, he continued on.
Yeah,
How old
in
is he?
boxing?
Vaughn Alexander,
Yeah.
33, I believe.
Yeah, 33.
And I mean, if you have a boxer that's a brother, that's a boxer, and you see his career go down, it's like it's a family pride thing too. It's
Yeah.
like, man, I gotta do this for my brother, for fam, Dang, there's gonna be a lot of emotions going into this, and so we'll see how it plays out. You guys have any predictions?
I'll save it to next week.
You want to wait till next week, or
Yeah. Hopefully he makes weight.
yeah? I mean, there's, Anthony's our boy, but there's a lot of things that we still haven't seen from him, and we're being like objective. Like there's
Like what? I'm intrigued.
I'm just.
I think part of the reason why you're saying that is, and I think it just comes back to the fact that this is probably the third time that they announced who's his fighter all last minute.
Yeah.
So and the fact that he told us that regarding those opponents that they didn't want to fight Anthony says a lot, that we can't see the best of Anthony because the other guys don't want to step in the ring with him.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that happens to everybody. Have 18 fights, right? And you're probably the 30th most important guy in that stable, right?
Yeah,
So
it
I'm
happens.
not surprised by that, but
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it has to do a little bit with
yeah,
with he's
cons-
up and coming young.
Yeah,
Over,
consistency.
they're hyping him.
Yeah.
And so there's some worry, and we did talk about we haven't mentioned the names, but the names that have not want to get these are guys that are really good, and you should want to take these fights, but yeah, there's something special about Anthony, and there's a reason why they're not taking these fights. So
what haven't we seen?
what haven't we seen yet? I mean,
Yeah.
something that we talk about, like we don't know what a fighter is until he gets tagged, right? And
I think this is gonna be a good test.
yeah, this is gonna be a good test. I mean, Anthony uses a lot of his polished skills, good foundations to avoid
No.
a bunch of these hits.
Yeah,
So-
my thing with Anthony is that we haven't seen Anthony able to fight the rounds that he has fought long distance, because your
Mhm.
body transforms differently
Yeah.
with that type of body weight. So he's going from 175 to 168,
Mhm.
and I think that's where I was on his ass when I was talking to him about his body weight, like how much are you weighing right now?
Mhm.
You actually gonna think?
Well, he
you're
was
gonna-
already fighting at 168.
Mhm.
He told us over 168 because it's not title fights, right? He'll fight at 172. He'll fight at 170 because they're not actual title shots.
Mhm.
So
Right. You remember? You want to say that? Well, I'm not going to mention, but I'm just saying. I think it's worth interesting the fighters that were brought up and that they're avoiding Anthony.
Mhm.
But other than that, that's my thing with Anthony. If he's able to move around the ring and fight the way towards the later end of the rounds,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's the thing we haven't seen. Obviously, like how do you respond to a hit? I'm sure he has a big heart, but it's like it's how
That's when-
that heart responds. Like
That's when the match is even, dude.
yeah,
When you're at your lowest point, same
Mhm.
shit with the marathon. When you're down, that's when the match is even.
Yeah.
Everything is all fair.
yeah,
You don't have the upper hand. That's when
Mhm.
you're gonna find out who you are.
yeah. So yeah, he's still very young. He's got a man in front of him. He's 33. He's been through a bunch of stuff, so it's not gonna be an easy fight.
Yeah.
Because
I'm intrigued.
yeah, the more life
Yeah.
hits you, the more you grow from it, and the harder it is to put you down again. So shoot, this is gonna be a good fight.
And also, if he's able to carry his emotions stable, given the fact this is his homecoming fight.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So no, it's
And I respect anybody who's gonna take a fight within 2-3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against an
No
undefeated
doubt.
opponent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's gonna be good, man. We're lucky to have him here on the West Coast, so we'll
Yeah.
be there.
Que más quieres?
¿Qué más quieres?
Card.
Stack card. You guys want to talk a little bit about that stack card
Leave it for next week.
next week? All right.
115. Let's see. Oh,
You had something, Chris, regarding Mr. Joshua?
Mr. Joshua made some interesting comments.
¿Qué dijo?
Do you want? Did you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna keep.
I don't know. It's just like it's more hypotheticals, but I thought it was just interesting. Since they're talking, they're talking about him. He obviously we know what he wants to accomplish in this boxing world. He wants all the titles. So obviously, they asked him like,
I never heard this before.
So they asked him like, okay, so there's been 2 other.
We should put like a voice recorder when Deontay Wilder says one name, one face,
Right.
one title.
So like
Deontay, when he speaks, makes me cringe, dude.
man,
Yeah,
That guy
Deontay.
can't speak for shit.
It's not that he
Even
can't.
Brian told me that when he was in the Final Four.
Uh-huh.
He's like, hey, that guy can't really talk, huh?
It's not that he can't speak. He doesn't have a personality. It's all
Yeah. He
constructed.
Can't speak.
That's
Can't
why.
even pronounce words
Just a
right.
little bit.
You know.
Yeah.
But what were you gonna say?
So yeah,
Chris?
so they asked Anthony. There's 2 other, undisputed, champions that are highly regarded in the boxing world. Which one would you have rather faced? And so obviously we're talking about Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. And so he responds,
Here we go.
the Ali fight, our styles do have, they complement each other. We're boxer,
Mhm.
punchers. So that would have made me look good in a way because he's like, now Mike, he's like, oh man, I don't know about that. He was a beast.
Damn.
And so he's all like, he's pretty much saying like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Wilder
Styles make
once.
fights.
Yeah, Wilder once said that he'll knock out Tyson, right? He said that.
He said that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I know, Gio, you don't really rate Tyson as high, right?
Who?
You?
What Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
What are you talking
He said
about?
what Tyson? Oh,
He's my favorite boxer of all time.
okay, so where do you rank him?
All time?
Yeah.
Mm.
Amongst heavyweights.
Amongst heavyweights.
Yeah.
Stop it, Gio. Why is Mike Tyson your favorite boxer of all time? And then you answer
Okay.
that question later, Chris.
Why is he my favorite boxer of all time?
Mm-hmm.
I
Tell us
mean,
your story.
I can say it later on because that's going to take forever. But all time? Probably top 5. I don't know.
Top 5?
That's a tough question, dude, because it goes back to I don't like doing that stuff.
Yeah.
We never
But
watched the dudes back then.
Okay, so you have him really high up there.
Yeah.
Okay. I do too. Because he was just a fucking beast, man.
Mhm.
Like,
He was small. He was
he's
5'10",
small.
215 pounds.
he's
Yeah.
just the type of guy,
Fighting
like,
against 260 pounders.
any game plan you had, that's the one that's going out the window because the combination of speed and power.
Now, if we're talking pound for pound,
Mm.
he'll be fucking way up there for me.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're gonna match him up like against Ali, like Ali had, more advantages over him. The
Mhm.
length, obviously, quickness, maybe,
Maybe quickness. Maybe quickness, yeah.
but that arm length is just insane.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, yeah, this guy's just a beast. And, like, you put him in this era, oh, my goodness. He still had the athleticism, back then to compete like now, which is
Yeah,
Yeah.
I give everybody credit who stepped in the ring with
with
Tyson.
Mike Tyson, yeah. You knew you were not going to...
You know, you don't bring your family and don't watch me fight.
It used to be so different because I recently saw a video when he was like 16 years old. He was fighting a heavyweight. I don't know if he was a champion by that time or after,
Mm-hmm.
but Mike was 16 years old fighting a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Sounds about
And
right.
He wasn't wearing headgear. He was just sparring him. And then you see Cuz on his
Yeah.
corner, talking to him.
Yeah.
Man, Mike was scared.
Yeah, Mike was ferocious. He's the type of guy that instilled fear in generations. Like, even the guys that today, they're like, oh, would you want to fight? And they're like,
No.
fuck that. And obviously, Ali, when he was, obviously, like, he was already older, past boxing, already retired. He was like, I wouldn't want to face him, like, in my prime and stuff. And he was just a...
Mike was different. I think
Mike
next
was
week we could talk
different, bro.
about our favorite boxers of all time. But why'd you think I didn't have Mike up there?
Oh, I don't know. A lot...
Because I would say I choose the boxer.
Yeah, a little
Yeah, that's
bit,
perfect.
but a lot of...
But
you
it's
talk-
heavyweight, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck the
yeah.
boxer, dog. It's heavyweight.
But you also talk a lot about resumes and stuff, and
Yeah.
Mike, a lot of people that follow boxing say like, oh, he wasn't up there because he
Teddy.
failed. he failed with the big moment happen and stuff or whatever. Oh, his biggest wins were against like people that were not a challenge. But I don't know. It's just
That's understandable, but once again, it's the heavyweight division.
it's a
man.
heavyweight division. Yeah.
You can lose to anybody. He lost to Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of stuff going on outside the ring,
Yeah.
things like that. Not to make any excuses, but I mean,
His
yeah.
trainer passed away.
Yeah.
Changed everything.
Yeah, to me, just we remember the prime Tyson, and obviously like things happened and he wasn't the same. Like you said, stuff that happened outside the ring, but it's like
Yeah, but I've seen all my favorite boxers get knocked out, so
yeah,
I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
yeah,
He lost, big fights, but in his prime, he would have probably won those fights
yeah. Oh
if he
yeah,
would have been good, like mentally and
yeah,
with the right people in his corner, the right people, promoting him or whatever.
yeah. Yeah, so much. It's a different animal when you're the heavyweight champ of the world, so young. You have all these things
Yeah.
given to you early. You're still a
Using
boy.
drugs throughout your career.
Yeah, all this at 20,
Crazy.
at 20, like your mind, as men, like your brain still hasn't like fully developed, and you get all that money, surrounded by like women, all this crazy shit. It's gonna freaking affect you, man. But yeah, that's Mike for you.
I think next week
Peace.
we can talk about that.
Yeah.
My favorite boxer of all time. 'Cause that's mine, Mike Tyson.
Mike.
Monster. I think there's only a few people that if I actually saw them walking down the street, I would actually stop and say what's up or try to take a picture. I saw Cuauhtemoc Blanco at the Caesar's Palace, and I was
You're
like,
like,
oh shit, Cuauhtemoc, and
Oh,
I
you
just
did?
kept walking. And I'm like, cool. But
El pinche
there's
demo.
only a few people that I would actually be like, holy shit, I'll be stunned. Like,
Yeah, Bofo's
that's actually
one.
him.
Who else?
Yeah, Tyson, man.
Salah? Is he another one?
It's cool. Yeah,
He's cool.
it's cool.
Man.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, updates on Pulev.
Oh my
Dog,
goodness.
you know what, man? I was disappointed in you. I told you last week
What
too.
happened?
Because
Did you see the episode
Yeah.
last week?
because
So
when you were
elaborate.
talking about this girl grinding on one of his homies or whatever, I went home and I watched the video.
You thought it was
Right.
gonna be like a dancing,
And I'm like, all right, maybe she just, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm gonna insert the video on the show. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna go watch it, download it.
Yeah.
And it was a full-on lap dance,
That was
dude.
a full-on lap dance. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, where's this grinding part going on, dude? This is a full-on
Yeah, that's a full
lap dance.
That's a full lap dance. Yeah.
So yeah, that was crazy. You said there was another video, right? Like when she's asking him for the interview
Yeah.
or something.
Mhm.
I haven't watched that one. I gotta
Yeah.
watch it.
That one's not as bad. It's just you could see her intentions. Like she's just
No,
really
but-
trying to grab his attention.
But my 2 cents, regardless of what happens, Pull-Up is stupid enough to actually even do that, even without his consent, to just kiss somebody like that. And the thing is, like, the idea of putting that video is just to deframe and just to ruin her reputation. So what Pull-Up is doing, just trying
Of
to...
course, because she's doing
Yeah.
that to him.
Well,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm pretty sure Gloria Allred, one of the best lawyers in the world, wouldn't take this case unless she was transparent. Like, look, yes, this was what happened at the other party. Don't even worry about it. We're not gonna sweat it. Because what Pull-Up is trying to do is just trying to win the case outside the ring, right? By the perception, like you guys. Oh yeah, she had a lap dance with such and such. So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, Pull-Up, he's fucked.
Oh no! Either way, it's bad.
I think they're both friends and they're doing this for publicity.
I
But
would
her
say
name is
working.
Jennifer Ravalo, aka Sushi. Sushi, but with an E.
Sushi.
And and just to put
And
it
he
in
has to,
context,
he's having a hearing for the California State Athletic
Yeah.
Commission
as he should.
in May. He's 37. I mean, I don't know where he's going on from here, but that's the update on that. Update on Paulie Malignaggi. Remember he slapped Artem Lobov. He was Russian. We
Bitch
were right.
slap. Yeah.
Yeah. A what?
It was a bitch slap.
For a bitch?
Have you ever watched any of
Oh.
those bare knuckle fights?
I have.
Yeah,
not.
I was
There's
gonna
so
get into
many
that.
on YouTube, dude. I seen them like a couple months ago. Dude,
They're crazy.
there's one that I want you to watch.
Alright.
One punch.
Oh.
That's it.
All right. So this one, Artem Lobov actually had a fight this past weekend, and he won.
Oh.
He won, so they're trying to line him up with Paulie like in June
Yeah.
or so, summer, whatever.
What was it a knockout? Was it a decision?
It was
Submission?
decision, 5 rounds.
Oh dang.
But it's brutal, dude.
Why?
It's brutal. It's
Oh, it's
bare
brutal?
knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna say like
And the ring is not a 4 square. It's like 8 squares. It's really humongous, dude.
this is actually bad news for probably 5 rounds. That guy probably has stamina then. So
Yeah, and I think he was dropped, and he dropped the other guy a
Oh.
couple times or something like that. But I was watching the highlights, and I almost didn't get through them, dude.
yeah.
It was mad,
Yeah,
dude.
is that bad?
It's bare fucking knuckles, dude. You have tape on your hands, and every time they punch each other, it's a new cut.
Oh shit.
This guy had like 3-4 cuts all over his face. The other guy too. But Artem Lobov won.
Mm.
Pauly's possible next opponent.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
I gotta
it's
see
crazy,
that. then.
dude. It's crazy, Pauly, man. Good luck.
Yeah. And they have women's too. Bare knuckles.
That's just
I
crazy.
thought
bro.
those only existed like on YouTube, dude.
No.
Did
Those,
you
like,
guys-
street fights?
Yeah, that's
World
crazy.
Star.
So that's crazy. Another video that I saw that like, kind of went viral. Did you guys see the group? Those 2 group of teams that they just fight. There's like 3 refs in there trying to. So it's like
Oh, like 8 people on one side, and then they
versus
just
8,
rush.
Everybody
Yeah.
rushes to each other. It's
And
like
then
3, 4 refs.
and then it's like 3 against 1 when
3
the other
against
guy's
1?
already
Where'd
knocked
they
out.
do this?
What was that?
Where'd they do this?
Well, I don't remember.
I'm not sure, but
man,
I'm pretty sure it's called Spartan for sure.
it's
because
something Spartan where like, yeah, 2 groups.
it's just terrible,
like,
dude.
Yeah, it's like just 2 groups
It's
of,
like
of
playing.
fighters.
It's like playing dodgeball, but you guys you're just hitting each other.
Yeah, so sometimes like if they
So you can hit anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's say like you
Once
beat
you
up-
get knocked out, like the
Yeah.
ref is like close to like to call you out.
Takes a body.
yeah. Well, let's say like, and then he knocks him out. Then he could run and go fight the other guy who your homie's beating up, and so it's 2 against 1 or 5 against 1.
Do you remember the name of that video?
I don't. But
Remember,
we're pretty
kids,
sure we could look it up.
Violence is not the way to solve problems.
Yeah, even my friend was telling me the other day, like when you like, if you're ever in a fight, you know, all that boxing shit doesn't mean shit, you know, because at the end of the day,
yeah.
you're gonna be on the floor kicking, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
that
Getting
fighting.
bit. Remember, like the guy
Fighting.
got bit.
Yeah, Ali.
I think it's this one right here. Let's see if I can put it up. It's like team fighting championship.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to the good stuff. Oh, here it is.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Protect
I
yourself
have
all
seen
the
this
time.
before.
Of course, it's gonna be like
Good luck.
somewhere in Eastern
Referees,
Europe.
Subtitles and everything.
God dang.
This guy's wrestle bears. I've seen this a while
These guys
ago.
wrestle bears.
No. They spar.
Baby bears still count as bears. Dude, like they all focused on one, but like no. Oh, look at this guy. He's like, nah, I'm getting the guy that's my size. Fuck that.
Wow.
I'm just listening to this and it just sounds bad.
Oh, dude, the guy just kicked the other guy that was like,
Yeah, on the floor.
yeah. Look, the refs are ready, man.
Yeah, there's like 8 referees, right, or 5? How many?
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4,
I see
5.
4, 5.
This guy's running from the other guy, punches the guy in the
No,
back.
these
of
guys
the
need to have like a code word, like I'm in trouble. Like, say red or something.
like
red, red,
wrestling,
red,
like-
red, and then come save them. That's insane.
I like
man.
another girl, like, I'm about to get choked out.
I know you can't even speak. Are they allowed to tap out? Do you guys know?
I think so.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think that's like a.
That was gonna be one of my signs, like. And then you
But
could
see, as soon as you top out, you're making your team like at a disadvantage.
weak.
so that's-
also it's elimination type of thing, or
yeah,
Yeah.
elimination.
Damn, man,
Dude, it's just crazy, man.
that guy just got elbowed in the
Yeah.
back.
Anything goes.
Dude, you see like one guy just run off and kick the other guy, and then like come back and fight his guy.
I'm surprised you guys haven't done this in indoor.
Oh, 2v1. Oh, one of the
He's
guys
cornered.
is out. Oh yeah, he's fucked.
2 against 1?
Yeah, that's 3v1 now.
3 against 1.
Throw in the towel.
Oh yeah.
3 against 1?
Let's say hit him in the knee. Oh, that guy's fucked. See,
Tap, dude.
that's what sucks. Like the toughest guy that lasts the longest ends up getting the most fucked up because
Yeah, that's true.
all your homies let you down and got 5v1. Oh, USA.
Oh,
won.
USA.
Damn. Oh yeah, the toughest Russian got the most messed up.
And the winner for fight number 5 is Big Submission, New York, United States of America.
Peak submission, man. They're pizza guys. That's crazy. That was very entertaining, guys. Man, that was fun.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta do this too. If
We gotta do that?
no, No, let me finish, dude. Let me finish my sentence. Dude, you're getting excited over here. We got to do this. We got to, maybe next week. We'll come up with a list.
Mhm.
If you were to have three guys on your side and 3 guys to
Okay.
fight against, or 4 guys to fight against, who would you pick? We got to come up with a good list.
All right.
Like a bar fight or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Who would you
So are
want,
we
man?
including boxers only? Or?
Yeah, boxers only.
Okay.
No wrestlers, no the game Triple
Aw.
H, no Kane.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll
All right.
come up
Well,
with it.
you know,
Takes
for
each other.
sure, one of us, all of us is gonna pick Tyson for sure. He's
I'm gonna try to make it interesting, man.
Yeah.
I want to test myself. I'm gonna put Tyson on that side.
Oh, come on, dude.
oh, so we have to pick.
You
the
know he's
other
gonna
four?
get. You're gonna. It's a bar fight. You're gonna get bit, bro. I'm just saying, dog.
Not if I bite him first. Okay, so
Come
we'll
up
do.
with a little baggie.
I'm gonna like kill a pigeon, piss him off, throw him out. Damn, nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, okay. So 4v4, you and 3 versus. And pick
4 other
another
guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come up with a list of 7 people.
You have
and
to
then-
pick the other 4.
Yeah.
So you're picking 3 teammates,
Man,
and
I know Chris is gonna put Amir Khan on that side over there, bro.
No.
then. Oh my
I'm-
God,
I'm gonna put Regal.
bruh. Throw a freaking water bottle at Amir Khan, and he's out.
Oh god. I hope Amir doesn't see this, man. No respect.
Good friend, Amir.
All right. Okay.
I think he's a Bolton fan. 'Cause he's from
Yeah,
Bolton.
Yeah.
he's from Bolton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This should be fun, man. This could be fun. All right.
Adrian Broner avoided jail time.
You did.
Suppose he did what Pulev did at a club or something. Got like probation or something. Canelo against Jacob weigh-ins, 30-day weigh-ins. Jacobs 175.4, Canelo where the fuck is it at? 168.2.
Mm.
They're gonna have other weigh-ins, 14 days until the fight, and then 7 days until the fight. And then yeah, that's all I got, dude. Big weekend in boxing.
Mm.
You think Teofimo Lopez is gonna get in the ring
For
after the fight?
I don't know, man.
I think he should.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I saw a clip where he said if they want him to do it, he'll do it, and if they tell him no, then they won't. But
Okay.
that's obviously promotional stuff. That's
Yeah.
Bob Arum stuff.
For WrestleMania, he should.
That shit should be fun though, man. Dude, Lomachenko's like, what are you saying right now? I don't even understand you.
Oh man. Seeing Bob throwing some jabs at Eddie. Put them
Saw
both in the
that.
ring, man. Put them both in the ring. But yeah,
That's all I got, man.
that's it. Chris, got any news?
No, just pound for pound week.
Pound for pound week.
Lomachenko on Friday and Clarissa the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just excited. We're gonna get our website up in a couple weeks, so
Nice.
you're gonna see our newly.
Are you guys
signed pound for
gonna
pounds.
go to the Grand Prix this weekend? You guys are not
Mm,
interested in that?
Not really.
No, damn, you guys suck.
They got not too excited. I mean, I like showing up before they when they're building it and stuff. I like seeing that, but after,
what do you
yeah, just because they do some practice runs and
Oh,
there's
okay.
nobody there. I don't
Mhm.
like being squished and stuff. All those
Okay.
people, but yeah,
Someday I'll go. Someday.
mean? Yeah, I'm gonna
when
be
you
at
got
the,
when the kids come,
I'm gonna be at the
30 years.
yeah. No, that's exciting, man.
you like going, Chris, every year?
I always go every year.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Grand Prix on Friday and then go to the Lomachenko.
Okay.
So long day.
Okay. Nice.
They're gonna have go kart riding from K1 Speed, so you
Yeah.
can do that for the first time. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be dope. But
A lot of my cousins love going every year.
Oh, yeah?
Getting buzzed. And
All the
just getting
people
out
I
there.
know that
Oh,
go are
they-
just
yeah,
to drink.
just to drink.
Yeah, just to drink.
Yeah.
It's just.
yeah.
And there's a lot of like traffic and shit right in that area. I'm like, I'll stay away from that.
I mean, probably go like on a bike or something. Maybe just check, but yeah, it's just a Loma fight for me this Friday.
Yeah. I'll probably watch the fights on Sunday, the replays.
Mm.
I'll probably catch one live. Probably Clarissa Shields. I'll give it a chance.
Okay.
Give it a try, man. But yeah, Champions League updates. We already talked about Manchester United losing 1-0 to Barcelona. Juventus tied 1-1.
Ronaldo goal, right?
Ronaldo goal against
Damn.
Ajax. They said he was gonna be out like for 3 weeks or something. This guy just comes back every single time.
Dude, that's
Ronaldo?
I don't know what they have in them doctors.
yeah. Dude, that's when you know you're what kind of class of a player you are. You're continuously involved in and goals and making a difference for a team.
I think they can make the final.
Juventus?
Juventus, yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool beat Porto 2-0. 2-0
This is
at Anfield.
Damn, that's a nice little cushion room right there.
Yeah, it was a good game. Porto's missing some players. And then, like I said, Tottenham beat Manchester City 1-0.
Their new field, right? Yeah.
New field, yeah. We talked about WrestleMania already. Damn. Any last shout-outs before we sign out?
Chris, any?
Oh, Saturday. It's an important day if you're a Laker fan. It's Mamba Day.
Mamba Day, dude.
That's when Kobe Bryant killed the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
So when you wake up on Saturday, watch those highlights and rewatch Kobe Bryant's greatness.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to bring this up.
The difference between him and
I already know
LeBron.
what you're going to say, I think.
Dude, big news, man. I did not expect that.
What's the news?
Magic Johnson no longer being the Lakers. What's that about?
Now he can recruit without it being called tampering.
Dude, when you see a grown ass man get emotional like that, damn, that's
You got
love.
emotional?
Yeah, dude, he was crying. He got super teary eyed when he was announcing that he's stepping down as president of operations for the Los Angeles Lakers, and I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on, man?
I heard they're going to hire LeVar Ball. Is that true?
Oh God,
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding.
man.
No.
So yeah, did you guys get surprised with that announcement? Because
I did.
I was.
But by his explanation, I was like, all right, makes sense.
So he said that it's best for his life, and then I heard what's his name? The ball boy. The ball boy.
LeVar.
LeVar?
No, his son.
Lonzo?
Oh my God, ball boy.
Leangelo?
Lonzo, saying the same thing. So like, it's
When-
best for his life. So what is he trying to?
I don't
Insinuate
know.
with
I
that.
guess he has a lot of stuff going on outside of obviously basketball, but also he's a mentor for a lot of these people. So, like Ben Simmons reached out to him and he couldn't really talk to him because it's tampering or recruiting and all these things. I don't know. That's what he made it seem like when the clip that I saw, and he was smiling and stuff. So I was like, I guess.
Interesting.
But I think he's still gonna be helping
Yeah.
Genie and everybody else.
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've been watching the Lakers since Kobe Bryant hit his first basket at Long Beach State. He used to have training over there because that's where he used to have preseason. So he used to play basketball there, and then the Lakers are not the Lakers anymore, man. Like something has died away from me of me being a Laker fan, and part of the reason was because we had something special with these young players, and then for them, even when I saw LeBron James Jr., like I wasn't with it. It was like, yeah, we have LeBron, but I'm not kind of surprised that Magic Johnson stepped down because I actually was talking about this with a couple of my friends. Like, he should be held accountable, him and Pelinka, with the players that they brought. Like a lot of unorganized chemistry with that young nucleus, and LeBron, he sees his injury waiting to be. This I didn't know, that LeBron doesn't have a no trade clause. I didn't know that. I'm not saying that he should get traded, but I do feel sad for the real Laker fans who have been Laker fans. So that's what I'm able to distinguish who's an actual Laker fan.
Yeah, I don't want to compare like the young.
Here we go.
The young Laker core, but it seemed like they had something close to what OKC had with those guys. Like, obviously, those guys are went their different way and they were able to become the face of the franchise and develop more as players. But it kind of felt like we had a little bit.
It's
The
not
Warriors too.
Yeah.
It's
Warriors
not
built
that
that shit from the
yeah.
ground
Yeah,
up.
the Lakers before these rookies have come by, Alonzo Ball, Ingram, Randall, they have never developed a rookie since Magic Johnson. I think that just comes down
man.
Yes, but Kobe's like so extraordinary because there was so much hype coming from high school. There was no hype coming from high school except for Alonzo. But it's just hard to develop a player when you're in New York or in LA. When you're outside in OKC, there is no pressure. Nobody gives a shit about Oklahoma, OKC. But with the Lakers, man, I'm sad.
Yes.
Whatever, enough Laker talk. Dirk Nowitzki and Dwayne Wade are playing their last games today, the day that we were recording this. They are both away. I believe the Mavericks are playing at San Antonio, and the Heat are playing at somewhere else. But it's their last games, dude.
Damn.
Yeah,
Pretty insane. Dirk is... I thought he was going to keep going, but I'm glad he's going to call it a day.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about Dwayne Wade when I was coming here because, like, this is a
The
guy...
Nets.
When I used to go for the Miami Heat when he got drafted with the Heat, just because he was one of those he like took the limelight between LeBron and Carmelo Anthony. He was that player, and until they got Shaq, that elevated his game. But I feel old because Dirk Nowitzki, he's been here since I think 96 or 95?
97.
97, yeah. And then Dwayne Wade,
97, 98.
2004 when we just barely started high school, and now he just retired like 15 years in the game, like. And we've been...
Yeah, for me...
The NBA is not the NBA anymore. These legends are slowly retiring.
Yeah, for me, like, Dirk is up there with Tim Duncan. They're just, like, those type of players that nobody hates, nobody dislikes. They're just so respected. They're legends, like... Yeah, it's like one of those, like... That one hurts to me more. Dirk?
Yeah, Dirk was one. He was fun to watch, but... Man, when it comes down to the NBA now, like if I ever play basketball with my friends, I always tell them we're not gonna shoot 3-pointers. We're just gonna play inside game, because these days a lot of people take it exaggerating 3-pointers, like with the Steph Currys and Klay Thompson.
Fell in love with the
The
3-pointer.
NBA is not fun anymore.
I used to do that shit since like second grade, dude. I never stepped a foot in the paint.
Yeah.
Just-
See,
but I used to like Steve Nash. I used to be like Steve Nash. Yeah.
Steve
You
Nash.
know.
I used to like to see Nash when he had his long hair.
Yeah.
When he was with the Mavericks, he was a baller. But
But I liked him when he was with the Suns.
the Suns, yeah, he was good with the Suns. No, but no defense though.
I liked him when he was in Inter. He practiced with Inter.
Dude, he's tall.
He's a beast.
You ever seen him commentate in Champions League? Steve Nash?
No.
Yeah,
I think I saw him for the first time like a couple weeks ago.
yeah, he commentated against Tottenham
TNT.
versus Barcelona, I want to say.
Dang, that's cool.
And it was biased because he's a Tottenham fan, Steve Nash. Yeah,
That's crazy.
but
He's another good guy. Yeah.
Lakers, the miserable Lakers.
We said
Sold
first
our
round
soul.
exit. First round exit. We didn't even get to that, dude.
Right? Oh,
This
yeah,
guy
yeah.
said
Well,
conference.
What
finals.
what were the predictions at the beginning?
We
of-
said first round.
First round, yeah. You said, oh yeah, yeah.
Eastern
You
Conference
said Eastern
Finals?
Conference Finals. It seemed like it
I
was
should have
possible.
said Eastern Conference Finals.
It seemed like it was possible once upon a time, but yeah, injuries.
The playoffs should be good. I'll be tuning into that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's all I got,
Yeah,
man.
that's it, man.
Any last moment shout outs? Anybody we forget? Shout out to everybody who's going to the fight on Friday, Staples Center. Should be fun.
Yeah, hopefully we'll try to get some UK fan interviews. We'll ask him some
Crolla.
questions.
Anthony Crolla.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good fight, man. I hope he lasts.
Yeah, excited, man. It's good. It's a good weekend. This is where April really starts, right? This weekend, because weekend after that we got some
Yeah.
good fights. Yeah.
It's gonna be lit next Saturday.
The marathon continues. All right, man. That's it.
That's it.
I'm going to take us out. Episode 30.
Episode 30, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Follow us on our social media sites.
Do we have social media?
At Against the Ropes. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace. All that stuff. Don't forget. Follow us.
Hey, thank you. See you guys next week.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you for the support. Keep doing your thing. You're doing a great job. So thank you and best wishes.
Against the Ropes. Huge shout out to Against the Ropes. Against the Ropes.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you guys for the interview and hope to see you guys soon.
Against the ropes, always doing the right thing.
Shout out to Against the Ropes, man. I appreciate you guys for having me, taking the time on y'all day.
Against the Ropes, #1.
Freddie Roach.
Thank you very much.